and you really must tune in. He's ironic, iconic, maybe bionic. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Genius. He's a genius.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Michael Burhan here for another vlog. It's been few and far in between, just been a little while since I've actually done these vlogs, but I thought I'd want to roll something out quite recently because I've got a bit of information that's been given to me by a friend of mine by the name of Gaz. He frequents I Got Gameplay, listens to the podcast of course, and also follows me like at Nerd Genius and a few other little places. Now he came to me with a bit of information. I'll take this as rumour, because the one thing I don't want to do is spread like sort of lies, so to speak. Let's take it as rumour for now. And the rumour being that Microsoft basically has reinstated DRM. Now with the second update that they installed for the Xbox One that he recently received in March to update his friends lists, and I believe it was also sort of a little tweak to update a few other little bits and pieces on his Xbox One, it's caused a bit of a conflict where recently his internet connection went down. He wasn't able to install games offline and play those games offline. Now the game that he actually experimented with, for those people out there who want to know, it's Dead Rising 3. Tried installing that, it would get like to half, wouldn't install, Connect wouldn't work on the system either, so it wouldn't allow him to basically put the system back on voice commands, and you'd have to do a hard reset to try and get things working. Now he contacted Microsoft Tech Support, asked them about the problem, and they basically stated to him, well, without a valid internet connection you can't install certain games. So that was one little bit of the problem. So he talked to them a little bit more about it and said, well, that's instituting DRM, isn't it? Well, they basically said, well, you know, that's the way it goes, that's what you have to do with the system. Now I went on a forum, I frequented a gaming forum that I'm a mod of, and also, you know, I've got a lot of friends there as well, and asked people a question in terms of what they feel about the situation, if they believe it's true. Now a lot of people from over the States who I'm friends with said, no, it's not true, I can play offline games using my Xbox One, I don't know what you're talking about. The only game I can't play offline is Titanfall, because that game requires a constant online presence, which for me it creates quite a conflict, and I'll explain that in a little bit, because apparently it's sort of an open world MMO on the Xbox One, and it requires constantly that you have to be on the multiplayer setting online in order for this game to function. Now that's a whole kettle of fish I don't like. With his issue, a lot of people were kind of calling him out. They wanted to know exactly what was going on and if this was true or not. And a lot of people questioning me as well, saying that, oh, you know, one person was going on about multiplayer, and the reason why the Xbox One supports DRM is because there's constant online multiplayer activity, which I call bullshit on, by the way. So I got into run further tests and figure out exactly what's going on. Now you can see over the video I've actually laced over a couple of like the visuals here from what he did, and then we'll just go down and do the video. So the video is this.
Okay, so I deleted Dead Rising 3. I'm now reinstalling it, and I will now unplug the Ethernet cable. There you go, Ethernet cable out. Let's see what happens. Please make sure you still connect. We found network problems when we tried to install this. Please check your connection and try again. There's the code. There you go. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
And now we're back. So you've seen it for your own eyes. He's tested it. He's basically explained himself. This is not a drill, so to speak. It's not me freaking out for no reason. This is something that's quite worrying in itself, and in terms of its presence, it is very, very worrying for me as a gamer. Now, again, this update, we don't know if it's just here in the UK that this is happening, or if it's happening over in the US. And in a sense as well, I have basically suggested that he gets his Xbox One taken to Microsoft's facility, get it fixed, or get a new one replaced in terms to see if it's just a system fault because of the new update. A lot of people are saying there have been errors because of this update itself, and as I've said, we don't know if it's DRM as of yet, but in terms of downloadable content, in terms of gaming, in terms of the way that these discs are managed, it seems like this is what's happening. And now with the appointment of the new chief exec to Xbox, he says that they're going to be more sort of gaming orientated. So he deals with Bing, he deals with Live, he deals with I believe Xbox Entertainment, Xbox Live, and also the gaming development side of the company as well. And it does create a worrying trend at the moment, and that worrying trend is seeing how much money these developers can get from us for little to nothing. And I mean little to nothing in a sense because they are literally raping our pockets in order to, you know, meet their own agendas in a sense, you know, using the fact that they believe that games are theirs, that you and me should actually own the games that we play. And DRM is a big issue. As soon as we've basically gone onto the internet, as soon as things went online, you've had companies instituting these policies in order to get people under certain I would say sort of like Big Brother type scenarios where we're paying for literally nothing. And then another big thing, if you guys talked about it quite recently, Xander Scullion, my friend, and also another YouTuber as part of the Retro Random Network, discussed this about the Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes situation, where they're giving us less for nothing. It's causing a problem. It's going to create something that us as gamers are going to be very, very worried about. I'm worried about it, you know, in terms of the future. I'm worried about everything that's going on at the moment because it's causing a lot of conflict, and it's going to cause something that we're not going to be ready for. So in a sense, if you do support this, I understand that's totally up to you, you know, that's your thing. But I, for one, if this is true, if they are reinstituting the DRM policies that they shouldn't be reinstituting, then for those people who got it after sale, I would suggest demanding your money back. You know, if this is true. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys to run a little field test for me. Anybody who watches this video, I want you to film your Xbox One offline, doing installs after the update. If you've had this update instituted, if you're from the UK or if you're from the US or anywhere, any region, film it. If you can do it, then obviously his Xbox is fucked. If not, then, you know, and yours does the same thing, then we can say it's DRM. I have emailed Microsoft about this because I am extremely worried that they haven't gotten back to me yet in terms of this. And again, for Microsoft's new CEO, if this is the route that you're going to go down, then obviously you're not going to last very long, because the backlash that you had previously is going to be nothing like the backlash that people will be receiving in terms of the system. So, you know, again, take this as rumour, guys. I've given you the footage, I've given you the photographic evidence as part of this today, and all I need to say, guys, is I've got gameplay. Have you?
If you only knew the power of the dark side. 2, 1, 0.